Welcome back to the Shelf Sisters. Happy August. I was about to say almost August, thinking that we were in July, but it's just because we read 28 Summers by Elin Hilderbrand. So in my head, summer is July.
I know.
But this is our August book club episode. I'm seriously still not believing it's August.
No,
It's so crazy to me. But we have been planning to do this book since July. So maybe that's why. And we're like a month and a half late on this or something.
Yes.
But better late than never. We finally read the book. We can finally discuss it. And honestly, I am so ready to just kind of like get this episode uploaded and be on to the next.
I feel bad for saying like I want to be done with this, but because I just finished the book.
I feel like it's consumed us for a month. Yeah. It's been on our mind that we need to get this done with.
We didn't start reading until like 2 days ago, so
which is so bad. So bad. But
I wouldn't expect anything else from us. So
unfortunately, I was just thinking
you guys. Why did you not read, Sonia?
Okay.
Because
yesterday,
most important news of all time.
Yesterday, I was supposed to read the entire day because, like Sarah said, we started so freaking late. So I was like, great, I'll do nothing else. I did. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm going to do nothing else besides read. And in the middle of my afternoon.
It's 1 p.m. crisp.
I am talking to my husband on the phone and he's like, hey, did you get my text? And I never miss his text because he never texts me. So I was like, what are you talking about? I looked at it and I was like, you're lying. And he texted, Taylor and Travis got engaged. And in my head, I was like, oh, he saw some rogue article and just decided to send me a text.
And he thinks it's real. Like,
exactly.
What does he know?
Exactly. And I was like, the NFL posted like rumors of an engagement, like something that we've been seeing for the past 6 months. And then I got on Instagram and I am screaming on the phone and he definitely thinks I'm unhinged. And then I'm texting Sarish.
No, and that's how I found out. Sonia, like I think my phone was on Do Not Disturb. But you texted like twice. So then I saw like the thingy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does she want? And it was like, Taylor is engaged. Like all caps, 50 million exclamation marks. I was like, shut up. Literally, I'm on a call. I'm going on Instagram. Like, what?
And I had to send you the post because it was just so like way more official than what I ever expected from her.
Also, she's just a girly at heart. Like the way that she posted on Instagram is like any other engagement post. It was a collab post.
Collab post. And then
so high school is the song.
No, but the type of pictures, I hate when people say this, but it was so millennial of her. It was like the knee shot, the ring shot, the hug shot.
That's so true.
It was like just the degular pictures that people will post of their engagement. And it was so funny. Yeah, it was so funny. And I just, honestly, I have not come down. I still have not finished going through all of the podcasts that people have released talking about it, all the emergency episodes.
Page, just Taylor and Travis. And I still, I need to do a full, this weekend when I have downtime, I'm listening to every podcast. Like Chicks in the Office did one. Obviously,
I already listened to it. It was so good.
Okay.
And they listed all of the questions that we would have in our head. Like, about the wedding. Like, is she going to have it in Lake Como? Is she going to have it in the U.S. on her
in her home, like her Rhode Island home?
No, a Rhode Island home or the Christmas tree farm that she grew up on.
Okay, yeah.
Is she going to have it on a Wednesday, on a Saturday? Because all of her friends like are free on Wednesdays. So it was just all of these things and like, what is she going to wear? And how are they going to keep it a secret? Do they make up like a fake name? When they go to get the cake, do they say this is for like Sarah and Adam versus Taylor and Travis? Just things like that. And I loved it. And I honestly don't listen to them too much.
Same.
But I was like, wow, all of these thoughts are in my head.
That popped up in my YouTube. Like as soon as I open it, it's like for you. So I need to listen to that. I have so much to catch up on, but I'm so excited. The way this is going to take over a full day worth of like media consumption
that, and then Ed Kelce doing his interview. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused how like Tree was not like, what are you doing,
I don't know, but like, I'm so happy about it. He went on just a rogue like local news network. It was not, Good Morning America. It was like Chad from like New Hampshire's. I don't know
also,
where he lives,
looked a little disheveled like in the interview, and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, is this for real? Like, or is this
that's
AI?
so funny. He gave so many details. He gave us the exact date that they got engaged. I think it was like August 10th.
Okay.
And I don't know how it wasn't revealed because
August
they FaceTimed him from, or he was at
an Eagles game,
an
or
Eagles
something?
practice that apparently like 60,000 people were at, and he just picked up the FaceTime, and like I don't know how no one
I feel like
saw.
he's making this up. Like, how is this possible?
No, he would not make this up.
I know,
It's real.
But it's just,
how did no
crazy.
one catch that? And he just said like they had a premiere later. It was like the Kingdom like docuseries of the Chiefs. And he was like, after the red carpet, like me and Donna went over to their house, and Taylor cooked them dinner, and they had dinner together on like in the backyard or something.
This is so sweet.
It was so cute. And he was saying that, you know, Travis had the ring, I want to say since July or something, and he wanted to like make it special. And he said he wanted to wait till this week to propose, but he said Taylor was getting antsy, which I'm like, I don't know if she wants that, and I was like, I don't know if she wants that.
Yeah,
exactly. But regular girls, you know, just like wanting their boyfriends to propose.
Wait,
and he was like, so he kept telling Travis that like, you doing it is the special part. You don't have to like make a big to do.
Yeah.
And Taylor's dad was telling him the same thing. He was giving us so many details, and it was so cute that like even her fans know that like things should be kept a secret. So they were like, this is enough details. We're satiated.
This is so much detail. Like Ed giving this much
detail.
Thank you
so much. And now we're done.
But I don't need to know more, but I'm ready for
my
wedding content from her. Like
same. The only like sad part for me was I told you yesterday the New Heights episode is coming out today, and oh my God, we're gonna hear more details. But
no, Jason said
they recorded. Yeah, they recorded literally the day before they released this information, so he didn't talk about it. So now we have to wait until next Wednesday to hear what he has to say. I'm hoping they'll release some sort of clips just so we can get an idea of what he's saying. The way that
we did with Taylor. No, I'm so excited. It's so regular of her to do this post. I just couldn't get over the post, also, but beautiful, stunning. Her ring, stunning. Literally,
exactly what I would have thought
for her.
And I really am shocked that they released it, because I thought they would wait until they were married to release the information, because now the paparazzi is going to be hounding, like trying to figure out where they're getting married. Yeah. There's going to be helicopters while she's walking down the aisle for sure. So that was my only thing.
But honestly, I think they've been used to it, and especially with all of like the engagement rumors, true. I feel like people have been around them so much that,
and I think Taylor just probably, I'm saying Taylor like I know her, but I'm sure she just Taylor. Wants to like scream it from the rooftops, like I'm engaged, you know.
Travis Kelce, I still can't get over like that she's engaged to Travis Kelce.
So cute.
It's so cute.
But anyway,
I can't wait to hear like all the sweet details on New Heights.
Same. I hope he shares, because they were also recapping her going on New Heights, and he wasn't like giving that many details, which is so understandable. But I'm hoping he gives a little bit more.
Go on some random news channel and divulge all the details.
Do you think Taylor is telling Travis right now, like, can you please tell your dad, like, he needs to cool it?
I have a feeling like they were all media trained by Tree. Like, there's no way.
He even said in the interview, Sarah,
he
said, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this right now, but I don't care.
No.
If I was Taylor, I definitely wouldn't be fuming, because everyone takes it like in such a nice regard.
Excited.
Yeah, and he says like such sweet things, and like anything he's saying, it's nothing really bad.
It's not malicious. Yeah, it's coming from such a great place. And
so
everyone's
I think
excited.
It's really cute.
It's just interesting. It's never would I have thought that they would divulge this much detail. But
so happy.
Okay, but
to have
Ed
Kelce like on our team releasing this information. But anyway,
okay,
that's why
back to 28 Summers or August book club. Okay, that's why it took you so long to finish.
I did not finish until I was doing my makeup, and my Kindle was up. And I was reading while I was doing my makeup. I had an appointment today. I was reading while I was walking to my car. Like everywhere I could get it in, I was getting it in, because yesterday, the entire day was just taken up by Taylor and Travis.
No, so I finished literally right before we started recording. been in these clothes since 9:30 a.m. Like, it was like a work day, then an event, and now we're like, we're gonna record this. So, and I finished as soon as we're starting. So everything is fresh in my brain.
Exactly. So now Sarah's just going to read us the synopsis, or she's gonna just say the synopsis, and we'll get into our overall thoughts. Yeah. So here is Sarah giving us a summary of what we read, 28 Summers by Elin Hilderbrand. And if
also,
you didn't
this
read
is your first Elin Hilderbrand book.
Oh,
right?
ever, yeah.
But she is like the summer writer, like
exactly.
Forever.
When I finished, it was just going into like about the author, and I read a little bit of it, and it was like 28 Summers is Elin Hilderbrand's 25th book, and I was like,
what?
25th? It was crazy.
Okay, I haven't read.
And it came out a few years ago, like and she's had other books since. So
okay. Well, 28 Summers by Elin Hilderbrand. Their secret love affair has lasted for decades, but this could be the summer that changes everything. When Mallory Blessing's son, Link, receives deathbed instructions from his mother to call a number on a slip of paper in her desk drawer, he's not sure what to expect. But he certainly does not expect Jake McLeod to answer. It's the late spring of 2020, and Jake's wife, Ursula, is the front runner for the upcoming presidential election. This must be a mistake, Link thinks. How do Mallory, his mother, and Jake know each other? Flashback to the sweet summer of 1993. Mallory has just inherited a beachfront cottage on Nantucket from her aunt, and she agrees to host her brother's bachelor party. Cooper, her brother, and his friends from college, Jake, attend, and Jake and Mallory form a bond that will persevere through marriage, children, and Ursula's political rise until Mallory learns that she's dying. This is the entire story, and yeah.
Do you have anything to add?
I think we're about to spoil it with our very first question.
Okay, perfect.
And so I think that's going to give away the ending, just like it was given away at the very beginning of the book.
Can you just put in your Wi-Fi password for me?
I just know what it is.
Something. Okay, if you don't know, that's fine. I can look it up on the iPad. No problem. But first, before we get into the questions, we're going to go into our overall thoughts. And Sarah, since you have read an Elin Hilderbrand book before, how about you go first?
Okay. I knew that this was going to be sad. And so I just expected that coming into it. All of her books are not really that happy anyways.
Okay.
From what the ones that I've read, 5-Star Weekend, I'm forgetting the other one that I've read, but they're never like that happy. It's just
maybe Hotel Nantucket.
Maybe Hotel Nantucket, and what was The Perfect Couple, also not happy. So I knew that going in. I just love that she writes about Nantucket, and that we get to like listen or like kind of picture the town, the townspeople, all of her surroundings, the home. This version of the home like wasn't as luxurious as I was expecting it to be, you know? So like going in, I knew that it was sad, but I was expecting something just slightly different. I'm just going to ruin the book now because they ruined it for us in the very first chapter, saying that they continue this once a year love affair for, I think it was like 25 years plus, through marriage, through children, all of that. They meet each other every single Labor Day. It's obviously so unrealistic to think that like this would happen in real life, but I just feel like it dragged on and on and on. Like what? I don't know. So for that reason, I was like, I wasn't blindsided by how sad it was, and there was no sort of happy ending or even like a happy middle aside from them like having their children. I don't know. That's probably the only happy part for them. But like, what a miserable life. Literally, what a miserable life. Like, I would not want that. I'm sorry. So that's all I have to say about it. I'm not going to give you my rating right now, but I have thoughts for these questions. I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, gotcha. I'm happy that I told you to go first. I kind of had a feeling of what you were going to say. It was my first book by her, and honestly, I was really enjoying it. Like when I picked it up, we were forewarned that it was going to be pretty sad. I had it in my head, and I really wasn't in the mood for a sad book. And so my mind space was just like, you're about to read a book and just don't like take it to heart, kind of, you know? And so I think maybe that's why I enjoyed it more than you. I did enjoy reading the book. And I don't know if I would have if I wasn't warned before, because I was able to tell myself, like, just follow the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I was invested, but I wasn't like, oh my
Hooked,
God,
yeah.
she's dying, you know?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed reading it. And weirdly, when I got to the end and I realized that there was no sort of like resolution, like a really happy moment for the couple that you're trying to root for. And it ends by basically her dying and him just like going to her deathbed. I was like, why was I liking this book? And it just occurred to me how sad of a story it was, how sad of a life she had. And, everyone in the book described her as this like simple, but not in a bad way type of girl. She was pretty, she was nice, she was smart, she was an amazing teacher that everyone loved. She wanted to do good in the world. Like, this affair was the worst thing about her. Like, that was her vice, but everything else that she did was so pure.
Holding her back in life.
Yeah. And I just then realized, I was like, wow, in the book, like, you're rooting for these people, but then at the end, I realized that they carried, like, when Ursula, Jake's wife, when she said something like, I didn't realize that Jake had been cheating on me for the past 2 decades. That didn't set into my mind until she had said that. I was like, wow, so he really had a whole wife, a whole child, a whole world, and he's betraying his wife every single year. And like, she knows that, and she's okay with him going back to his wife. It all set in at the end for me, and I realized how terrible of a plot it was, and the betrayal of a lifetime it was. And I was like, I don't know how I ended up enjoying the book, but I honestly did.
Okay, that's good.
My just like hindsight is 2020, and now looking back at it, I'm like, wow, like, I was kind of rooting
get
for
over the
an
fact
affair.
That, like, what hit you at the end hit me literally in, like, I don't know, like the second or third chapter, where like he came, or as soon as he left, he got back together with Ursula, and I was like, this man has no backbone. So
yeah, and he's not the type of guy that I would like for the male lead. And she even, I don't know how, and she said in the book that she was good with it. She was like, if he left Ursula and Jake and I got married, we're together, would we continue liking each other years later? And she said probably not. And so I was like, if you know that, how do you still continue to love him, and how do you still continue an affair? Like, if you are genuinely thinking, I'm not going to love him,
if it was like a
real life situation,
or like a real life.
But you want to continue, like, to me, I don't understand that. But actually, like, reading the book and like the storyline as it went on, I did enjoy it.
Okay.
Weirdly.
That's good.
Okay, let's get into the questions.
Let's do it.
Both the synopsis and the first chapter spoil the story with the fact that Mallory is dying, and that her and Jake never truly got together other than the 1 weekend per year affair. What do you think about the story choice to give away the ending and be upfront that Mallory will pass away? Did that impact how you read the story?
You can go first, I feel like.
I'm not going to lie. When I first read the chapter, I thought that it would jump from the present to the past, but it didn't. It was the present, and then 95% of the book was the past, and then it was the present. So as we were reading the book, I totally forgot that she was dying per se. I had it in the back of my mind that they never fully got together and it was just going to be an affair. But I totally forgot that she was dying. And so it was kind of nice to know at the beginning that they weren't going to be together. End up together. Just so, like, throughout the entire book, I wasn't like, okay, now he's going to break up with Ursula. Now he's going to, you know, that would have been really annoying. So I appreciated that. But And that let me just like not enjoy the affair for what it was, but enjoy the storyline for what it was.
I think
so. I'm really happy she did that, honestly, because if she hadn't, and we were led for 20 years thinking eventually they'll grow old together, and that did not happen, and she ended up passing away, I would have given this book a 0 stars.
Yeah.
I would have rioted in the streets.
I agree. But at some point, I think it was like after the first chapter, we found out that like she was only 56 years old. Like I think it was 56, dying at 56. Her son Link was only 19 years old. I totally forgot the ages while I was reading the book.
Same.
I didn't remember until the very end when he was like, oh yeah, I just finished my sophomore year of college. I was like, wait, crap, I forgot. Like she's so young.
Mm-hmm.
He's so young, and she's leaving.
Yeah.
So I did not mind the spoiling of the book or the end because of what you just said. Like, had we read the entire story about them like continuing this affair for 2 decades and then didn't end up together, oh my God, I would throw this book away. Like, I think everyone would. And so it was nice that it was just over with from the very beginning. It was like ripping off the Band-Aid. But I mean, I don't think she could have done it any other way.
Yeah.
Without it being a terrible, terrible book.
Agree. Why do you think Mallory and Jake never tried to be together? Do you think their relationship would have worked out if they gave it a try?
Well, what you just said, that like Mallory already knew that like it wouldn't work. So like in her bones, women's intuition, like you know exactly what's going to work, what's not going to work. And she said it. Like she said it out loud.
But my question is, why did she think that? Because even her brother Cooper said, like he was pissed when he found out about the affair, that they were doing something so despicable. But he also said like he would have been more mad had they not actually been compatible. He said that they had like the same type of temperament, just like way of life, their personalities. Like he understood why they would get along so well. And so I'm honestly wondering, like, why did they not actually even try? And why did she have that as her thought that it wouldn't work? Like, did she just believe that everyone's separated because her brother kept divorcing people? Like, what was her thought process?
I think at the beginning, it was her fault that like she kept telling him like, no, we shouldn't be together. Like why? She said like, okay, let's try this, I think he would have done it. I mean, I don't know, I'm not the writer, but like, I feel like had she said that in the very beginning, but she set the precedent of saying this is once a year thing for us. It was kind of on her terms, and she knew that. She kept saying like, oh, right now it's like on my terms, and like it was countless times where like that was mentioned. But I think once it was like 5 years in, 8 years in, 10 years in, and she still saw that he could do this to his wife every single year, I feel like she would have been like, this man has no backbone.
I don't think she thought that.
Really?
No, because why did she thought like great of him because she loved him. I don't think she thought that. And I think she knew that she was his kryptonite and he would not have anyone else if he were with her, because who is there to go to?
No. Yeah.
So I don't think that and now that I'm thinking about it, whenever we got Jake's point of view, he was counting down the days till he got to see her. He was in agony when he wasn't with her, when it was like November and he was like, I have to wait until Labor Day weekend of next year to be with her. But whenever it was her point of view, she actually was never in that much agony to see. Like, she was always excited to see him, but she was never like in so much despair to not be with him. And she almost seemed...
Well, you know, she was actually living her life like the way that she wanted to live it. Like she was in Nantucket, like where she wanted to be.
And she didn't have a horrible partner.
Yeah.
She was living, she loved her job.
She loved her life. She loved her life aside from not having Jake there. And Jake, on the other hand, was living a life that he never would have chosen for himself, except for the fact that like Ursula like knew his sister and like they were friends, and like that's like his memory of it. But had that not been the case, he would have lived a different life. And he chose to continue living this life. and he didn't love it. So like, what else did he have to look forward to?
Yeah, only that weekend
exactly.
Year,
and Mallory had every day to look forward to. She loved being a teacher. The kids loved her. She loved her home. She loved her kids. So like, so she had a great life.
Yeah. So I think it meant more like probably him. More to him because he hated his everyday life. So he needed just like, a beacon of light to live for. And it wasn't, she loved it, but she was also like, I love my life. I'm good with these 3 days with him.
Yeah, that's and like then the cherry on top for her.
Yeah,
everything else was exactly. Solid.
Which is so crazy because when I was reading that, that's not what I was thinking.
But now when you look back at it,
I'm like, she didn't really say that. Like she was good and she was happy when he came, and then life went on.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I'm looking at this book so differently now. And after this podcast, like I'm gonna go see what other people
are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Okay. Ma'am. Jake has been with Ursula for a long time, and he feels connected to Ursula due to her close friendship with his sister who passed away young. What did you think about their relationship? Did it make sense to you, or was it perplexing? Why do you think Jake couldn't bring himself to break up with Ursula for Mallory? Honestly, great. I think his sister's death and Ursula being his sister's best friend before she passed, and just like being her anchor and like sitting with her on her deathbed, I feel like that ingrained into Jake's self so much that he could not see beyond it. And it makes sense. That was his twin sister too. And I can see why for the rest of the life he almost feels like indebted to Ursula and wanting to like stick it out with her because he knew that like
she
deep
was there
down
for his sister,
and so I think that had to have happened in this book, or else there would not be a tether to Ursula, and he would have just severed that relationship and went to Mallory. But something like tragic needed to happen to keep them together, or else like they made no sense.
Well, the thing I liked about Ursula, which is like shocking that I'm saying that I liked Ursula right now, but from the very beginning, she said exactly who she was. She never like strayed from her reality the way that
sugar-coated
that she wanted her life to be. She was tough. She knew exactly how she wanted her life to be. Every time Jake was just like, he lost his job like one time, whatever, but he was taking a while to like get back on his feet, she would make remarks that would be like, well, try harder, or like try this, and like she would kind of like steer him in the direction of like the life that she wanted them to live. So there was no point in time where she like strayed away from like her path in life. And if he wanted to, he could have left. He could have said no, but it was that memory of his sister. Like every time he thought about it, like there was parts in the book where he was like, all I picture is like 13-year-old Ursula with sitting beside my sister who's dying of cystic fibrosis, and that's all I see. And like that's just like too much for someone who is a twin who could have had that gene for CF, but his sister got it and said is indebted his life.
Yeah, I think that was like a great writing point for Elin Hilderbrand to put in the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking back, but even during the book, I was like, why can't you break up with her?
No,
like,
I don't.
There were so many steps. Like before she started to run for president, at that point, like I understand you can't leave her. Like it's too much. But there were like stairs like before that happened. Like you
the whole Vegas thing whenever he left Vegas,
when
I was
she
like,
was
he's finally gonna do it. And then that's when she was cheating on him as well. So like,
yeah,
that was the point to do it, and he didn't do it. And then I knew at that point, I was like, there's no turning back now. Like we're in this for the haul. And that was like halfway through the book.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I'm in this.
Yeah, I think it was his sister. He also didn't have like a backbone, and
he didn't love his life. And so he was scared to literally leave everything that he had.
Yeah.
Because that was all he had.
And just uproot everything. Yeah.
That's it.
And I think.
It's so sad.
I know. And he also said like Mallory wasn't wanting him like full-time either. And so, or else I think he would have went there. Because I remember he said something like, well, Mallory said we can't do it, so he had to leave because she wasn't the one saying like stay in Nantucket, and he was like,
but
okay,
just,
I guess I gotta go.
If you're that sad with your life, who cares if Mallory doesn't want to be with you? Just like get out of this at least.
Yeah, I agree.
At least like leave one
it
part
have
that
to
you
be
hate.
One or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And you can like build yourself a life like Mallory has, you know, like Anyway,
like he had no identity that was true to himself.
Yeah.
He was just living for others.
Yeah. We follow Ursula's career trajectory pretty closely. Were you engaged with her storyline, or did you not really care for her? Did she truly love Jake? What do you think about the addition of all of the politics? Okay, that's so many questions into one.
But it's just like, how do you like Ursula's character and her development?
And her storyline.
Yeah.
Did you care for it, the politics? Running for president, for Senate, for Congress? At first,
I was like, I could care less. But honestly, towards the middle, I was like, this is the only good part of the book. Like, I'm actually intrigued. Like, you know?
Yeah.
She's literally the only person that's living how she wants to live, is actually going after things that she wants.
No, Mallory did too.
Well, no, Mallory did. But like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
But she was just way more like career driven, focused.
But not even career driven. Like she was just strong in what she wanted, and
a little too strong.
I was nervous when she got pregnant, and I was like, oh God, this is probably not going to go over well. But then she was like, oh no, I love being a mother. And like her way of mothering is a little bit different than like other people's, which is totally fine. Everyone has their own way. But once she actually got the hang of things, like after she became a mom, I was like, oh, this girl's human. And like that was the only part of the book, the second half of the book, that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was so just out of left field. I totally forgot at the beginning because it was kind of spoiled too that she's running for president. And
not even running for president. It was like Jake made it seem like, oh, like I know this.
No, she's Jake. Not Jake. Her son Link.
Link
said the like most likely first gentleman. So it was basically told like she is running for president and she's probably going to win. But I had forgot about that while reading, and when time came for that, I was just so shocked. I was like, oh my God, like I've never read a book with this sort of storyline.
Yeah. No, I loved it.
It was nice. And just all of the like Me Too stuff that came up with the who was it, the judge, Supreme Court judge, like that.
He still got on Supreme Court, but like,
and then Bayer, like the billionaire,
oh my
who's
God,
funding, you know,
also
her running.
The fact that Bayer told Ursula that like he would have married Mallory and left his wife, I was like, Mallory, what are you doing, ma'am? Like, what?
Like, what does she have? You know?
And everyone was so intrigued by her, so that's why I'm just saying, like,
they were enamored.
But okay, we loved Ursula. And
it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, a lot of our followers like said they read this book like a while ago when it first came out, when it was popular. So you let us know like how you felt about Ursula's character and Mallory and Jake, because I wonder like if people are saying the same things or thought the same things that we're saying now.
Yeah. Last question. Do you think that Link and Jake's daughter Bess will get together? That's where it was going. Wild. But I also want to say there's a sequel to this book. It's called The Sixth Wedding. And the only description I could find online was that it's basically about a book of Jake going back to Nantucket in 2023 without Mallory. Nothing else. Like in the quick search that I did. So I'm trying to find, I'm sure that there's like something about, you know, Link and Bess in there. But I think that's what the book leads us to believe, that they got together.
Yeah.
So
I can't guarantee that they'll stay together, but like they definitely will get together. Exactly. In my mind.
Exactly. But I thought that was cute. That like something
they gave us
good,
some light, some hope.
Something good is coming out of Mallory's situation. And yeah, I'm sure. Would you read the sequel, The Sixth Wedding?
I would have to be very, very bored.
I think if it's like a novella, like a 50 to 100 page book, I would read it. Yeah, this one
wasn't that long either, so but I don't know if it's 50 to 100. I don't think it's a novella.
But I'll see how much the next book costs because I'm not paying like
is it on
for it.
Kindle
it's
Unlimited?
not on Kindle
Oh,
Unlimited,
oh
but
God.
actually I think it's like $2.99. So honestly, I might just buy it and read it later.
Okay, and then give us an update on what happens.
Oh yeah, will do.
Yeah.
Okay, next is our Hollywood section.
Okay.
So Sarah, you go first. And
okay, mine are not great, but I think that's because
you don't stand by yours.
I don't stand by mine, and so that's why I'm kind of I forget who you picked for yours, but for Mallory, I chose Lucy Hale.
Yeah.
Because I feel she's like one of those girls where like she could be someone that is people are enamored with just because like of course she's like pretty and stunning, but like her personality like doesn't do it for me. I don't know how to describe it. And that's kind of how I thought about Mallory, where I was like,
her personality didn't do it for you?
It really didn't.
Oh, wow.
Did it do it for you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I just loved her
was, like,
whole...
so sweet. Like,
yeah, I love that. And I just loved that she knew her place was Nantucket. She had her cottage. I love that she, like, wanted to be a teacher, started doing that, and, like, loved her job. Like, what a, like, quiet...
peaceful
life and quiet in a good way. Like just so many positive things. Like she built a community around her, like Apple, her new best friend in Nantucket. I just loved it. So she is someone that I would want to be friends with in real life.
Okay.
So I liked her.
Okay.
But I understand that not everyone.
Yeah. No, I liked her just fine. It was just like Lucy Hale was the first person that like came to mind in a Google search. But like she would have to dye her hair like a little bit like lighter, dirty blonde-ish.
And then your actor, I found his name by the way,
but
what was his name? You explain.
Okay, well, Pretty Little Liars, is that what the show's called?
Yeah, and Lucy Hale was on it.
Yeah, Lucy Hale was on it. And it is her boyfriend, the teacher boyfriend.
Ezra Fitz is the character's name.
Is the character, and what's his name in real life?
Ian Harding.
And he has the dark hair that's like he's handsome, but he's not overtly like. I don't even know how to describe it, but like he's not. I know what you mean. Yeah, like he's conventionally handsome, but not too out there.
Yeah. Mine is like so weird. I feel. Okay. My Mallory is Vanessa and Hudgens from High School Musical.
She would also have to dye her hair.
Her hair is pretty light, but she doesn't have the right eyes. She has brown eyes, and Mallory has like blue-green eyes. But I don't know. I just like Googled actresses, and when I saw her face, I was like, she like could just be like a sweet girl with like a nice life in Nantucket. Yeah. That's what I envisioned. Yeah. And then my actor is even weirder. It's Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. I don't know. I saw his picture and I was like, if he shaves, like he could be the first gentleman, but I could also see him cheating on his wife. Okay. Like, sorry to his actual real life wife, but I could just see like that sort of vibe in him. Dang. So yeah, and we went with the younger ones, the older actors and actresses, like
that we didn't hear from them much, so it was fine.
And it was like 5% of the book.
Exactly.
Okay, your rating, Sarah.
Okay. In terms of writing and just,
are you gonna do your Goodreads and personal, or is it the same?
No. Goodreads and personal.
Okay.
Goodreads 4. Okay. Which is very generous for me.
I was going to say I wasn't expecting
that.
But
that's because people had told me that this book was sad. So like you said, had that not been on my radar already and I wasn't prepared, wow, this would be a very low rating. But no, I was prepared. I knew exactly what I was getting into. Okay. And her writing is still great. Like you feel like you're in it with the characters. And so she always does a great job with that. So I can't knock that. So 4 on Goodreads. For my personal rating, I think I'm going to give it a 3-4.
Okay.
Which is still, I think, pretty good.
Yeah, that's better than what I was expecting you to say. My Goodreads rating was also a 4.
Okay.
And usually my personal rating is different. I always have a thought like, I feel like this is a 4.1, you know?
Some points
but
or add some.
Yeah, but this time my personal rating is also a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like a 4, so it is a 4.
No, I love it.
Yeah, I really, honestly, I enjoyed it while reading, like more than I thought I would, because when I heard it was like sad. I was like, oh, this is not the vibe I'm going for.
Yeah.
Like I had to stop my funny Thursday Murder Club series for this. And I was watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. Oh my God, what a day I had on Sunday binging that show. I was so enjoying myself.
That's on my list.
And to go from that to just like not a happy book,
I had like an even
to like it.
Okay, so I was watching the rerun, or not rerun, the new whatever of Sex and the City.
And Just Like That,
which is also very sad, and I don't even know what's happening.
And a
I'm
horrible
on my phone,
show.
like literally horrible.
Yeah.
Phone level 10. And so to go from that to like another sad thing, I was like, this is depressing. Like I am so ready for some fun. So The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then our September book club pick, I have a feeling it's going to be some sort of a thriller or a historical fiction, just something like.
Please, not historical fiction.
Okay.
Please.
So a happy book or a thriller is what I am going to go for. We need fall vibes at this point. Like I can't take it any longer.
We need fall vibes. And obviously we're going to discuss this online, but let me just tell you like what my like perfect picks would be.
Okay.
And not certain. Okay. Let me just explain.
Okay.
Okay. For what? September? I seriously can't get into the mindset that it's September. September, I want like not a thriller, but fall vibes. Mm-hmm. Whether it be a romance, whether it be like not thriller, but like murder mystery, like cozy fall.
Anything fall.
Yes. Like I want that kind of aura around me. Like pumpkin spice, even though I don't like pumpkin, I want like pumpkin spice by a fire type of book that emits that energy. Do you know what I mean?
If you guys have that, please send us the recommendation. And I agree with you. Like anything fall, like
yes.
I am just ready for it. Honestly, like even I know we read Summer in the City like earlier this summer. But a city read, like it could be in DC, it could be in Boston, like just
New York.
Fall, New York. I mean, we've read a lot of New York books now, but anything fall in the city would be amazing. So please just send it our way.
I want that. And then for October, I have an actual suggestion.
Oh gosh.
Which like we don't have to go with. You can let me know if you don't like the idea. But Serafina Novaglass came out with a new thriller.
You guys know
and
we love
I'm
her,
pretty sure it's on Kindle Unlimited. And I feel like we should choose a book by her this point. Like,
yeah, we've talked about her every single episode, so she deserves full airtime, full episode just for her.
Yes. So that's the vibe I'm thinking. Okay. If you guys have
September, fall, we need all the fall vibes.
On TikTok, I don't even know, it's like other book influencers on TikTok. They have been posting such like amazing fall vibe.
Okay, send them to me. I want to see it.
Yeah, they're different. Like they're like gothic-y.
Gothic-y?
Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't read the descriptions, but it's
okay. We'll look into it. I'm reading my last summer book right now, Tinks's book. I did start it.
Okay, I was gonna purchase
it. I'll talk about it on Bookish because
but I was gonna like my favorite thing after we finish a book club episode is now that we're done with this book. What are you reading next?
Tinks's book. I'm gonna finish it. I'm at 10%, I think, and so far it's fun. Starts off from the very beginning that she is now a lesbian. So, yeah, but it's fun.
Okay, I am not really gonna read. I'm gonna go back to binging The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm a few episodes behind, and I'm trying to get caught up because every single Wednesday on TikTok, like the episode is spoiled for me, which I'm totally fine with. It's not a show that I'm like. I need.
It's okay. Like the high schoolers will be upset, but like you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
But I want to binge that. I want to get caught up, and then I'll probably finish the 4th book of the Thursday Murder Club series. Yeah. And then I'm starting a romance. I don't know which one.
A romance? Yeah. Okay. No, that's so fair. Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do after this
fall romance, by the way,
because I'm literally starving. Like I cannot.
Yes. Yeah. But fall those romance? Like cheesy covers.
Yeah. Oh,
with the fall vibes. That's what I'm reading, by the way.
It's time.
I may DNF it, but I'm gonna start it.
You'll get 10% in, which is enough to like give you that little scratch.
Yes. So I'm so excited. I feel like we just completed a school project that's been on my mind for a few weeks, and now I've let go of it.
It's off our chest. I don't want to think about it any longer. Elin Hilderbrand, thank you for your service, for your summer reads. But we are out ya. Fall, we're coming at you. Okay, you guys. See you in September. Bye.